Hi Libra, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your February 1st to the 15th, 2024 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, and it gets this channel seen by the YouTube algorithm. So thank you so very much for doing so. So let's see what the tarot has to say, angels and spirit guides. Show me clearly. Okay, we have the Wheel of Fortune reversed. We have the Six of Cups reversed. We have the Queen of Wands, which is fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, in the upright position. Queen of Wands upright. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. We have the King of Wands reversed. Interesting. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly, guide this reading. And we have the Hangman reverse. So this is an interesting reading. There's a change that's taking place. We don't want to see it. We really do not want to see it. We're like, no, I'm good. I'm fine. I want to keep on heading in this direction. Actually, it's more of a sense of like, I've changed my mind and now I'm doing this. And because it's the Hangman is reversed. So we've seen things differently, and now we're seeing things differently again. And the Wheel of Fortune is, we know that something is supposed to be changing. We're entering into a new season, but it's reversed. So it's like, no, I'm not stepping into that season yet. I'm not doing that yet, or I'm not doing that. So there's going to be something within us where we're trying to keep things like they were once upon a time, but it's not right with the energy that we have now. So just be aware of this. With the Six of Cups, we're going to be it's very nostalgic. It's going to be very nostalgic, but in a way of like, it's not even nostalgic. It's just like the past comes in and the past seems more real than the present is. So just be aware of this during this time, that can be very overwhelming. We do have the King and the Queen of Wands coming forward. Whenever we have the King and Queen from the same deck, the same suit come forward, then that is a soulmate connection, true love connection. Because the King is reversed and the Queen is upright, they're we're not heading in the same direction as our soulmate. We can feel like we're heading in different directions, or if we've met our soulmate, this can be a bit of a rough patch. It doesn't mean that anything bad is going to happen. It just means that this is a bit of a rough patch. If we haven't met our soulmate yet, then we'll feel like we're going to find out that we were like ships in the night, type of thing, where we'll talk to each other later on when we meet, and it'll be like, oh my gosh, you were in this place at the same time, or you have this coincidence, this thing that connects you. So be mindful about this, Libra, during this time. But there's also a sense of your sacred feminine and sacred masculine energy not being in alignment with each other, and we can have a really intense temper. And that's interesting for Libras, because we don't usually have an intense temper at all. So just be mindful about this with the King of Wands reverse, that our temper can get the best of us, or we can be very fiery, very agitated, a little bit snippy with things. So just being aware of this. We can also not be in alignment with fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So do be mindful about this if you have fire sign energy in your chart or fire sign energies in your life. You might be like, ooh, we're just not getting on right now. So yeah, especially around more masculine energy, more masculine, quote unquote masculine things. Just be aware of this during this time, that we won't feel as if we jive with this as well as we do with the feminine things. So feminine energy is going to be easier for us to connect with. It's going to be more easier or malleable for us to create with. So being aware of that during this time is super important. We can do the simple exercise, the simple meditation of connecting with the sacred masculine and connecting with the sacred feminine, and seeing which ones ring true for us, like which vibrational energy feels the best for us. So if we just take a moment and take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you, and then chant sacred masculine, sacred masculine, sacred masculine. What comes up? Because there's something here that's a bit of a discord. All right. Do you feel very comfortable with this energy, but something is coming up that's a blockage, and you're going to see with that meditation, it might not be done right now. You can pause this video and do it more in depth if you need to, but see what comes up that's a bit of a discord, and then release that. Release the sacred masculine. Thank the sacred masculine. Release the sacred masculine, and then connect with the sacred feminine. Sacred feminine. Sacred feminine. Sacred feminine. Is that energy more comfortable for you, or is it not? What's coming up with that. So that's going to be very important here as well with the Queen of Wands. So just being aware of that energy and being aware of this time, that it is a bit fiery, it is a bit passionate, it is out of our comfort zone, is going to be a powerful thing. So let's see what Spirit has to say. And if you're interested in entering to receive a free reading, put a snowflake in the comment box below. A person will be chosen at random and announced on the 1st of February. So keep your eyes open for that, and good luck to everyone. The announcement will be done in a separate video, so do not be scammed by anybody here on YouTube contacting you in the comment box. And if you are interested in purchasing a private reading, a private personalized meditation, or a healing, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. So let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Peace. Yeah. Peace, harmony. Just slowing down and centering yourself. That is going to be one of the most important things you can do for yourself here, Libra. Just that calm, centering, embracing peace, even saying, what does peace look like for me? Because we're going to be seeing, okay, I can say just like that. We're going to be seeing a lot of changes, or, energy that's changing, and wondering how we're going to be walking forward into it. And we don't have to change ourselves. And there's going to be a sense here that we feel like we do, but there's going to be an acceptance of our passion and our fire, our determination and our insight. And that's going to be a big deal. Let's see what our chakra energy is. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. This is grounding. This is the Earth Star chakra located 6 inches below our feet. We need to ground ourselves. We need to center ourselves. We need to say, what is the energy that connects me? And we need to be grounded to this earthly plane, and just grounded to the earth. It's not grounding ourselves in the chaos. It is grounding ourselves in the healing. And it's being more connected with the earth, being more connected with what we desire in life, who we are, seeing ourselves, planting our roots, and really connecting. And this is going to be a big thing. Now, if you live in, okay, so if you can plant things right now, growing seeds in your house and then transferring them outside is going to be something that's very beneficial. If you can't, if you live in a colder climate, this is going to be a time where you can start to think of planting little seedlings and watching them grow, taking care of them in the home, and then transferring them outside when the time comes. Because there's something about a plant staying in the environment that it's used to, or staying in like the place that it's used to, that doesn't stress it out. That's very good for us. It brings forward the nutrients more. So that would be something that I'm just seeing here that would be really interesting, like a little experiment to do. How does that nourish you? How does it make you feel? Because I'm just seeing it as being very beneficial. Okay, so let's see what energy we need to be mindful of during this time. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. The Queen of Wands. Just surprised that it's wand energy, right? Fire sign energy. Again, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is the only energy that has come forward, right? The Queen of Wands, the King of Wands, the Queen of Wands again. And here, where the Queen of Wands, we didn't have to be worried about it. Now it comes up, and hey, be mindful about this. Be not maybe worried isn't a good word to use, but it is a good enough word. So here with the Queen of Wands, just know that we're not connecting with our magic. We're not connecting with our fire. We can have a tendency to have our temper, again, get the best of us, and to not see our spark, our beauty, our tenacity, to really overlook ourselves. And that's a shame. So let's see how this time correlates with the astrology of this time period. So on the 1st of February, we have the moon in Scorpio squared Pluto in Aquarius. We need to be mindful of struggles with power and control. We do feel off balance during this time. It just comes through very, very, very powerfully. And we need to embrace what we are passionate about. And yet there's going to be something around what we're passionate about that either we're learning something, there's a hobby that we're taking on, or we're learning something, or building something, and there's roadblocks that we're going through where we can really be questioning our passion, our tenacity, and our brilliance. So just be mindful about this. And we can really be stuck in the past. Like, this is what happened once upon a time. So obviously it's going to happen now. So just be mindful about this as well. On the 2nd, we have Mercury in Capricorn, sextile Neptune in Pisces. We're really going to see our imaginative energy really exploding on this day. It's really powerful. It's really purposeful. This is a day to embrace our hobbies, to embrace things that bring us joy, and to really keep ourselves focused. On the 3rd, we have the moon in Scorpio, sextile Mercury in Capricorn. This is a busy day. We like to be busy with projects. We like to have a lot of different things on the burner. But again, we are going to feel a bit out of balance. We don't want to overstress ourselves. If we can keep things simple, we might want to do 2 things at it, that day instead of just one. Keep it simple during this time is going to be the best thing for us. We can even see that with food. It's just going to be like lean towards the more simple things, the more Yeah, because if you try something like too elaborate, you'll find yourself being overwhelmed, like if you're cooking it. So just be aware of this. On the 4th of February, we have the moon in Sagittarius squared Saturn in Pisces. This is going to be a time where we don't have a lot of patience. We don't have a lot of discipline. So be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. We don't want to be too demanding on ourselves. Take it easy on you. That's going to be really important, especially since we already feel like overworked and undersatisfied. So just be aware of this. Just be aware. On the 5th, we have Mercury entering into Aquarius. Now, this brings, new insights. This brings new ideas. This has us thinking outside of the box. And this really has us making plans towards our future. But we're going to have to start with embracing the change that is here that we don't want to step into that next season for. Like there's something here where we're like, we want to push it back. And Spirit's like, why? And it's just almost a sense of what we perceive it to be. It's kind of like, yeah, it's what we perceive it to be is more cumbersome, chaotic, not right for us than what it actually is going to be. So just be aware of that during this time. Our fire, our temper, our imagination in and of itself is going to kind of like feed the flames of, oh, I don't want that. And Spirit's like, well, how do you know you don't want that? You've never tried it before. We also have on the 5th, Mercury is in Aquarius, conjunct Pluto in Aquarius. We are really focusing intensely on change for the future, to see ourselves move forward. And we're also a bit afraid of it. This is going to be a time where Spirit is like double dog daring us to do something new, to push the boundaries, to really listen to our flashes of intuition and premonition that are coming forward on the 5th. So just be aware of this during this time. We need to listen to ourselves. And yet we're, for one reason or another, not going to want to. We've made a mistake once upon a time. And Spirit's like we're still judging ourselves off of that, and it's time to stop. On the 6th, we have the moon in Capricorn, trine Jupiter in Taurus. Our outlook is astoundingly optimistic on the 6th. We are focusing on the bright side. There's a higher energy vibration, so that's going to be really good for us. On the 7th, we have Venus in Capricorn, trine Uranus in Taurus. We are really looking to improve our relationships, to open up our social circles, to be more connected and connect with people in new ways. And so this is going to be a time where we just have to let ourselves create. We have to let our fire, our passion, our brilliance, we have to let ourselves shine. And for one reason or another, we're afraid to. And Spirit's like, why? Why, Libra? Let yourself shine. Let yourself embrace your fire, embrace your tenacity. Also on the 7th, we have Mars in Capricorn, sextile Neptune in Pisces. And this is a day to create. We are inspired to take action. Our imagination is driving us and our intuition is guiding us. So embrace it, embrace it, embrace it, embrace it. There is a sense here of being super creative. I love the, the tailoring, the sewing, right? The creating. And we're needing to come into balance with our ability to create, with our ability to mold things together, to move things, to bring things forward. On the 8th of February, the sun is in Aquarius, squared Uranus in Taurus. It is going to be very, very easy to be impulsive on this day with the fire sign energy coming forward as intense as it is, and also things being out of balance. We are going to be super impulsive already. So add that to the 8th, and we're now like way impulsive. So just be mindful about this during this time. But just be aware as well. On the 8th, there's going to be an issue around the heart, like an issue around what we love, what we're passionate about, what we're being driven towards. There's something here that has been holding us back. And we're going to see that during this time, we're going to start to realize, oh, it's not what I thought it was, right? What's holding me back isn't what I thought was holding me back. And things are going to start to come to the surface that we didn't want to see, that we didn't want to acknowledge. And we're going to start to see ourselves more openly and more honestly. And we're also going to start to free ourselves, which is going to be a very big thing. Because as soon as we start like taking this weight off our shoulders, like taking this chaos out of our lives, all of a sudden we get to shine like the sun. We get to be so absolutely, in brilliance with ourselves, like in alignment with ourselves, in passion and power with ourselves, that it's going to be a great thing. But we have to release what truly needs to be released instead of what we've kind of talked ourselves into that it is, or what we thought it was, or kind of like the thing that was masking the bigger issue. On the 9th of February, we have the moon in Aquarius squared Uranus in Taurus. And this is impatience. So just be mindful about this during this time. we are going to be super impatient and we are going to find it hard to teach others. So if you are a teacher, if you are a professor, if you are a lecturer, if you are, somebody who is giving lessons, this is going to be a day where if you have to show up, like if you can call out sick, that would be great. That would be great. If you cancel the lessons on the 9th and on the 10th and pick everything up on the 11th, that would be awesome. If you can't, this is a day to keep it simple because we're just going to be impatient. We're not going to have the tolerance that we need to really like smooth things over and keep things well and keep things going in harmony and in balance. We want them to get it or we want them to leave. Like that's just going to be the way that it goes down. So just be aware of this during this time. On the 10th, we have Mercury in Aquarius squared Jupiter in Taurus. This is a lazy day. It's pretty much like a psychic hangover from the astrology of the 9th. We are going to see that we just need to take it easy. We need to go slow. We need to be gentle with ourselves. And we need to just breathe. Just breathe and find balance. On the 11th of February, we have the moon in Pisces, sextile Venus in Capricorn. We are much more balanced on this day, which is fantastic for us. It really puts us into alignment with ourselves, but we're also seeking out balance in our life. This is going to be a time where we look at discord, right? And we're able to see it. It's not that we're wondering, oh, is it this that's out of balance or is it that that's out of balance? We're like, oh, this is the discord. This is the chaos. This is what I don't want in my life anymore. And I'm going to be letting it go. And on the 11th, we're really going to find security in releasing ourselves from chaos. And that's going to be a very, very beautiful thing for us. On the 12th of February, we have the moon in Pisces conjunct Neptune in Pisces. We are compassionate. We are empathic. We are sensitive. We are connecting with others. We are understanding. We are helpful. And we're going to find the greatest joy in helping others. And that's going to be the best thing that we can do on the 12th. On the 13th, we have Mars entering into Aquarius. Now, Mars is the planet of energy and drive. As it enters into Aquarius, it brings enthusiasm, it brings motivation, it brings change. We start to see our future like in a different light, which we're starting to break down certain barriers that have been around us during this time. We're also taking steps towards our dreams. We're stepping out of our comfort zone, and that's going to be really great for us. We also have Venus in Capricorn, sextile Neptune in Pisces. Our relationships really benefit from a gentle touch on this day, and also our relationship with ourselves, meaning we show kindness, we show compassion, we respect ourselves, like we slow it down. We're going to want to speed things up for one reason or another. It's going to knock us out of balance, but we're already feeling out of balance. And there's a sense of like, if I just put more and more on my plate, then I will be in balance with myself. And Spirit's like, if you just release all the expectations and stand in yourself, then you will find the balance in yourself, Libra. It's like, look at things, start to see your passion, start to see your magic, start to see your beauty. The Queen of Wands for me always represents Hestia in Greek mythology and Roman mythology. She was a lesser known goddess who was supposed to be one of the main goddesses in the Greek and then, of course, the Roman pantheon. But what happened is after the Trojan War, not the Trojan War, I do apologize, the War of the Titans, the Olympians then took the throne of Mount Olympus, and then they realized, oh wow, there are too many main goddesses to main gods. So now they were going to have another fight. They were going to have another big war. And Hestia said, no, I'm done. I'm done with this. And we would think now, wow, that's really noble to say. That wasn't seen that way in the ancient Greek world. You wanted to be the top dog. You did not relinquish power. And I mean, it's still the same thing in our modern world. We just think that we honor humility more. But Hestia stepped down and she said, be the main ones, be the main gods and goddesses, be the main six. You got this. I'm stepping down. And because she did, she became the goddess in the center of every single Greek home and then Roman home in the ancient world. She was the goddess of the hearth. She was the goddess of the home. She was the goddess that could be overlooked, but everybody knew the name of, and everybody gathered around at the end of the day. When we look at ourselves, in our modern world, in our ancient world, in our human world, we always want to be the biggest and the best. But what about simply embracing our passions, our hopes, our dreams, and our fire, and letting us step into what we love? And that's going to be really important for us during this time. A gentle touch, a passionate touch, a sense of this is my love, and this is my beauty, and this is the brilliance within me. And as I, grow that flame, then it illuminates everything else. And I grow the flame within me, which inspires the flame within somebody else, which inspires the flame within somebody else. And all of a sudden, the world becomes more in alignment and more in peace. And that's the astounding thing. We then have the 14th of February, which, I think the 13th of February really kind of reads more like it should be Valentine's Day than the 14th of February. The 14th of February with Mars in Aquarius conjunct Pluto in Aquarius is us really working towards our future. Now, things seem all kind of willy-nilly right now in things. We're looking at things differently. We're questioning ourselves. We're having the past be too forward in our present. But during this day, we're going to find that instead of focusing on love, as my nephew calls it, the I love you day, we are going to find that we are going to be really passionate about building our future. So we can be a bit of workaholics during this day. So just be mindful about this. We want to catapult our dreams forward, but in order to do so, we need to slow things down and respect ourselves. Like slow it down and show up for you, Libra. That's going to be really, really powerful. On the 15th of February, we have the moon in Taurus conjunct Uranus in Taurus. This is a time for change, most definitely. It doesn't have to be big change. It can be small change. What we're going to see is that we start to see things shifting. Now, we're resisting a change for a lot of the first half of February, but we're going to start to see ourselves embracing the alignment of us, the understanding of us, and starting to honor ourselves in ways that we hadn't imagined. And that's going to be a very big thing for us, and that's going to be a very powerful thing. So let's see what Spirit has to say. We have evolve, we are evolving, we are transforming, we are seeing ourselves differently, and that's going to be really cool. It is also something that we're kind of fighting against during this time. So to see that subconsciously we're moving towards this evolution is going to be just a really great thing. It's going to be a really beautiful thing to see. Our subconscious chakra message is the universal light reversed. And so here, this is the soul star chakra located 6 inches above our crown. We need to connect with the universe to say, I am the child of the universe. I am a part of the universe. The universe is within me, and I stand in the universe. It's going to be a very big statement. It's going to seem like, oh, okay, this is nothing, but it means a lot. And all of a sudden, we are connected to so much more. We have stardust running through our veins, and that's not poetry, it's fact. So there's a power there, and there's an insight there that leads us forward. It moves us to our subconscious energy to be mindful of. And this is Cernunnos reversed. We need to be mindful of the devil energy. This is the devil in the Druidcraft tarot deck. And we're going to see that we need to be mindful of things that we are addicted to, but also things that are just not right for us, like things that are bad for us, not in harmony with our being, not in harmony with our soul, embracing chaos, and looking at that, or like having the chaos of the world be just absolutely overwhelming the peace of our hearts and our souls and ourselves. We need to look at that and say, no, I'm not doing this. So just be mindful about this. And it brings us then to our subconscious tarot message, which is the Page of Swords. And that's us. We're represented by the swords in the minor arcana. And the Page of Swords comes in and says, hey, listen, subconsciously, we know we are a student of our heart and our mind. Our heart talks to our mind all the time. And we are going to find that embracing love, that's just such a Libra thing. That's always what we're doing. We're ruled by Venus. That's why the heart is so important to a Libra always. And we're going to find that we need to embrace our inner child. We need to love ourselves. We need to connect with ourselves. And we need to say, what do I need? What do I want? What is my soul longing for? We can do the simple exercise of taking a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you, and seeing the adult you are today, holding your arms open and letting the child that you once were run into your waiting arms, just scooping that kid up in a beautiful hug and telling that kid, I love you. I'm here for you. I will always be here for you. I will always listen to you. I will always love you. I will always protect you. And see what happens. This is a time where we ask questions. We dive deeper into things. We don't have all the answers, right? And so that can be what's preventing us from moving forward. But here's the thing, Libra. We don't need to have all the answers. We're an air sign energy. We love to have answers. It's like mother's milk to us. But questions are very powerful things. Keep on asking those questions. Keep on stepping forward. Believe in you. And believe in your fire, your passion, your brilliance. because it's powerful. All right, Libra. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. And please know that this meditation and healing will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and harmony, Libra. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Bye.